Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that 2025 is not just another year on the calendar, but a canvas awaiting your masterpiece? Imagine for a moment that everything you've ever dreamed of, the life you crave, the world you wish to see, is within reach. But here's the catch: it demands your attention, your courage, and your presence. This moment right now is an invitation. Not from me, not from society, but from life itself. Will you rise to meet it? Will you let go of the chains of the past and step into the brilliance of what could be? You might wonder, why should I believe that 2025 holds such promise? Because the secret lies not in the year itself, but in what you choose to bring to it. This is where the journey begins within you. Transformation is the essence of existence. Every moment the universe is in a state of becoming, constantly evolving into something new. This truth applies not only to the world around us, but to each of us as individuals. The year 2025, like every other point in time, carries within it the potential for extraordinary change. But this potential doesn't unfold on its own. It requires participation, attention, and a willingness to embrace transformation in its purest form. Transformation begins with a shift in perception. Often we view life through the lens of routine, seeing only what has been and what we expect to be. Yet this perspective blinds us to the infinite possibilities that surround us. To truly transform, we must step beyond these limitations and look at life with fresh eyes. It is not about changing the world to fit our desires, but about changing how we see the world so that our desires align with the larger flow of existence. This alignment allows us to tap into a deeper rhythm, one that resonates with the core of who we are. The process of transformation is rarely comfortable. It challenges us, breaks us open, and asks us to confront parts of ourselves we often try to ignore. Fear, doubt, and uncertainty rise to the surface, creating resistance. But these challenges are not barriers, they are invitations. They ask us to shed the layers of identity we have outgrown, to step away from the stories that no longer serve us, and to make room for something greater. It is through this shedding that transformation becomes possible. Imagine a caterpillar. It doesn't simply grow wings one day and fly. Instead, it must undergo a complete dissolution of its former self within the cocoon. It lets go of everything it once was to become what it is destined to be. This is the art of transformation, a process of surrendering to the unknown and trusting that what emerges will be greater than what was left behind. For us, the cocoon can take many forms. It might be a period of reflection, a time of struggle, or a moment when life forces us to pause and reconsider our direction. In these moments, we are offered the chance to transform, to let go of the old and embrace the new. But transformation is not about escaping who we are. It is about uncovering the deeper truths that lie beneath the surface. It is not about becoming someone else, but about becoming more fully ourselves. The beauty of transformation lies in its unpredictability. We cannot control it, nor can we fully understand it while it is happening. This uncertainty can be frightening, but it is also what makes transformation so powerful. When we stop resisting the process and start flowing with it, we open ourselves to possibilities we could never have imagined. The path of transformation is not linear. It is a dance, a weaving of threads that come together in unexpected and beautiful ways. 2025 offers each of us the opportunity to engage in this dance. It is a chance to examine our lives, to see where we have been holding back, and to ask ourselves what we truly want to create. Transformation doesn't happen in grand gestures or sweeping changes. It happens in the small, everyday moments when we choose to be present, to act with intention, and to align our actions with our deeper values. These moments may seem insignificant on their own, but over time they create a ripple effect that leads to profound change. The art of transformation is not reserved for the few or the fortunate. It is available to all of us. It requires no special skills or circumstances, only a willingness to engage with life fully. It asks us to trust in the process, even when we cannot see where it is leading. It invites us to step into the unknown, not with fear, but with curiosity and wonder. For it is in the unknown that the seeds of transformation are planted, waiting to grow into something extraordinary. Uncertainty is often seen as something to be avoided. It makes us uncomfortable, unsettled, and at times even fearful. Yet what we fail to realize is that uncertainty is the foundation upon which all growth and possibility are built. Without it, there would be no change, no progress, and no discovery. To embrace uncertainty is to open ourselves to a world of infinite potential, a world where anything can happen, and where our lives can take on dimensions we never thought possible. When we resist the unknown, we confine ourselves to what is already familiar. We repeat patterns, cling to routines, and stay within the boundaries of what we believe we can control. While this may feel safe, it also limits us. Life becomes predictable, but it also becomes stagnant. The true richness of life lies not in its predictability, but in its capacity to surprise us. Every great innovation, every breakthrough, and every profound moment of insight has come not from certainty, but from stepping into the unknown. The truth is, uncertainty is not a flaw in the system, it is the system. It is the creative force that drives the universe forward. Everything we see, touch, and experience exists because of the interplay of chaos and order, of unpredictability and structure. This dynamic is what allows new forms to emerge, whether in nature, in art, or in our own lives. By embracing uncertainty, we align ourselves with this creative force, becoming co-creators in the unfolding of our reality. This does not mean that uncertainty is easy to accept. It challenges us, confronts us with our fears, and forces us to confront the illusion of control we often cling to. But this challenge is also an opportunity. When we stop fighting uncertainty and start flowing with it, we begin to see it not as an obstacle, but as a teacher. It teaches us to trust in the process of life, to let go of what no longer serves us, and to step boldly into the future without needing to know exactly what it holds. One of the greatest gifts of uncertainty is its ability to spark curiosity. When we don't know what lies ahead, we are invited to explore, to experiment, and to discover. Curiosity turns uncertainty from something to fear into something to celebrate. It encourages us to ask questions, to seek answers, and to view life as an endless adventure. This shift in perspective allows us to approach the unknown with excitement, rather than dread, transforming it into a source of inspiration and growth. Uncertainty also has the power to deepen our connection with the present moment. When we are unsure of what the future holds, we are reminded of the importance of now. The present moment is the only place where we can truly act, create, and make a difference. By focusing on what we can do in this moment, we regain a sense of agency and purpose, even in the face of the unknown. This focus not only grounds us, but also empowers us to navigate uncertainty with grace and resilience. Another profound aspect of uncertainty is its ability to strip away pretense and illusion. In moments of not knowing, we are brought face to face with our true selves. We are reminded of what truly matters, of the values and dreams that lie at the core of who we are. This clarity allows us to make choices that are more authentic and aligned with our deeper purpose. It is in the midst of uncertainty that we often find our greatest clarity, our greatest strength, and our greatest potential. Ultimately, uncertainty is a gift. It is an invitation to step out of our comfort zones and into a world of infinite possibilities. It asks us to let go of the need for control and to trust in the unfolding of life. It reminds us that the greatest adventures begin not with certainty, but with a willingness to take the first step into the unknown. In embracing uncertainty, we discover not only the richness of life, but also the depth of our own courage and creativity. Presence is the most profound gift we can give ourselves and the world. It is the essence of truly living, the act of being fully immersed in the here and now. Yet in a world consumed by distractions, we often find ourselves caught in a relentless tug of war between the past and the future. We replay memories of what was and project anxieties about what might be, leaving little room for the present moment. And yet it is only in the present that life truly exists, where potential can be realized, and where transformation takes root. To be present is to awaken to the richness of existence. Every sound, every sensation, and every breath becomes a doorway to a deeper experience of life. Presence is not about doing more, it is about noticing more. It is about peeling back the layers of noise and activity to uncover the simplicity and beauty that exists all around us. The rustle of leaves in the wind, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or even the steady rhythm of your heartbeat, these are not small things, they are life itself, whispering to you to slow down and take notice. Being present does not mean ignoring the past or abandoning the future. The past holds lessons and memories, while the future carries dreams and aspirations. But these exist only as constructs in our minds. The past is a story we tell ourselves, and the future is a canvas of imagination. The present, however, is tangible and real. It is the only moment where we have the power to act, to create, and to connect. The paradox is that by fully engaging with the present, we shape the future in ways far more profound than we ever could through worry or planning. Presence is also the antidote to the fragmented existence so many of us experience. In our rush to do more and be more, we often lose ourselves in the endless pursuit of goals and achievements. But when we pause and immerse ourselves in the present, we rediscover the unity and wholeness of life. We see that we are not separate from the world around us, but deeply interconnected with it. This awareness fosters a sense of peace and belonging, reminding us that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. One of the greatest challenges to presence is the mind's tendency to wander. Thoughts arise unbidden, pulling us into a stream of judgments, comparisons, and distractions. But presence is not about silencing the mind, it is about observing it. When we become aware of our thoughts without attaching to them, we create space to return to the moment. This practice, though simple, can transform how we experience life. Instead of being swept away by mental chatter, we learn to anchor ourselves in the reality of now, finding clarity and focus amid the noise. Presence also invites us to engage with others in a more meaningful way. In a world where conversations are often interrupted by notifications and where genuine connection feels increasingly rare, being present with someone is a profound act of love and respect. When we truly listen, without planning our next response or allowing our attention to drift, we create a space where the other person feels seen and valued. This kind of presence deepens relationships, fostering trust and understanding that cannot be achieved through mere words. The practice of presence extends beyond the individual. It has the power to ripple outwards, influencing the world in subtle but significant ways. When we are fully present, we bring our best selves to every situation. Our actions become more thoughtful, our decisions more intentional, and our interactions more compassionate. In this way, presence becomes a force for change, not through grand gestures, but through the quiet power of showing up fully for life as it unfolds. Presence is not something we achieve once and for all. It is a practice, a continuous return to the moment whenever we find ourselves drifting away. It requires patience, curiosity, and a willingness to let go of the need for perfection. It is an invitation to embrace life as it is, not as we wish it to be, and to discover the extraordinary within the ordinary. Through presence, we unlock the depth and beauty of existence, reconnecting with the essence of who we are and the boundless potential of the world around us. Life is an intricate tapestry woven from countless threads of thought, intention, and action. What we often overlook is that we are not merely spectators of this weaving, we are active participants in its creation. Reality, far from being a fixed or predetermined construct, is fluid and ever-changing, shaped by the energy we bring to it. Each thought we think, each word we speak, and each choice we make sends ripples through the fabric of existence, subtly altering its course. To recognize this is to step into the role of co-creator, understanding that we are both the artist and the canvas in the unfolding masterpiece of life. Every moment presents an opportunity to contribute to this creation. The way we perceive the world, the beliefs we hold, and the energy we emit influence not only our individual experiences, but also the collective reality we share. This is not to suggest that we control everything that happens, for the universe is far too vast and complex for any single force to dominate. Rather, it is a reminder that our contributions matter. They are the brushstrokes on the larger canvas, shaping the colors and contours of our shared reality. To embrace our role as co-creators is to approach life with intention. It means acknowledging that we are not at the mercy of external circumstances, but have the power to influence and transform them. This begins with the awareness that our inner world, the thoughts and emotions we cultivate, plays a significant role in shaping the outer world. When we approach life with positivity, curiosity, and openness, we create a foundation for growth and possibility. Conversely, when we dwell in negativity, fear, or resentment, we reinforce patterns that limit our potential. The act of co-creation requires us to let go of the illusion of separateness. We often see ourselves as isolated beings, distinct from the people and environment around us. But this perspective is a distortion of reality. In truth, we are deeply interconnected, bound together by an invisible web of energy and influence. What we do affects others, just as their actions impact us. This interconnectedness means that co-creation is never a solitary endeavor, it is a collaborative process, a dance of energies that come together to shape the world. This awareness brings with it a profound sense of responsibility. When we understand that our actions and intentions ripple outward, we begin to consider their impact more carefully. The words we choose, the way we treat others, and the decisions we make all carry weight. They become part of the larger story of humanity, contributing to the reality we collectively experience. By aligning our actions with our highest values, we can become conscious participants in the creation of a better world. At the heart of co-creation lies the understanding that the world is not fixed or static. It is a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving in response to the energies that flow through it. This means that change is always possible, no matter how entrenched a situation may seem. When we approach life with this mindset, we become agents of transformation, capable of shifting dynamics and creating new possibilities. This power does not come from force or control, but from alignment, aligning our intentions with the flow of life and trusting in the process of unfolding. Co-creation also invites us to embrace the balance between effort and surrender. While our actions and choices matter, so too does our ability to let go and allow life to unfold naturally. There is a rhythm to existence, a dance between doing and being, between shaping and witnessing. When we find harmony in this balance, we tap into a state of flow where creation becomes effortless and joyful. This is not about forcing outcomes, but about participating fully in the process, trusting that the universe will meet us halfway. The beauty of co-creation is that it is not limited to grand gestures or monumental achievements. Every moment, no matter how small, is an opportunity to contribute to the tapestry of reality. A kind word, a thoughtful action, or even a silent intention can create ripples that extend far beyond what we can see. By honoring these moments and engaging with them mindfully, we infuse our lives with meaning and purpose, becoming active participants in the creation of a world that reflects our deepest aspirations. Letting go is one of the most liberating acts we can undertake, yet it is often one of the most challenging. We hold tightly to ideas, beliefs, habits, and fears that have defined us for so long that they feel like extensions of who we are. Letting go does not mean forgetting or disregarding these aspects of ourselves, but rather releasing their grip on our lives so that we can move forward unencumbered. It is a process of acknowledging what no longer serves us and making space for new growth and opportunities to emerge. Fear often plays a central role in our reluctance to let go. We fear the unknown, the uncertainty of what lies ahead if we release what is familiar. Even if the familiar is painful or limiting, it provides a sense of security because it is known. This fear can keep us trapped in cycles that stifle our growth and prevent us from stepping into the fullness of our potential. To let go, we must confront this fear with courage and curiosity, recognizing that the unknown is not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. Letting go is not about erasing the past, but about learning from it. The experiences we have lived through, the challenges we have faced, and the emotions we have felt are all part of our story. They have shaped us, taught us, and brought us to this moment. But there comes a time when holding on to them becomes a burden rather than a benefit. Carrying the weight of old grievances, regrets, or expectations can hinder our ability to move forward and fully experience the present. Releasing this weight allows us to step into the present moment with clarity and freedom. One of the most transformative aspects of letting go is the way it creates space. When we cling to the past or to limiting beliefs, we fill our minds and hearts with noise, leaving little room for new ideas, experiences, or opportunities. Letting go clears this space, opening us to possibilities we may never have imagined. It is like clearing a cluttered room. Only when the unnecessary is removed can we see the potential for something new to take its place. This act of making space is not an end in itself, but a beginning, a chance to reimagine and rebuild. Letting go also requires trust in ourselves and in the unfolding of life. It asks us to believe that we are capable of navigating whatever comes next, even if we cannot see it clearly from where we stand. This trust is not blind optimism, but a deep-seated faith in our own resilience and creativity. It is the understanding that we have the resources within us to adapt, to grow, and to thrive, no matter what challenges arise. Trusting in this way allows us to release our grip on the need for control, opening ourselves to the flow of life. The act of letting go is deeply personal, yet it often has profound ripple effects on those around us. When we let go of judgment, we create space for understanding and compassion. When we release resentment, we make room for healing and connection. When we shed limiting beliefs, we inspire others to do the same. Letting go is not a solitary act, it is an offering to the world, a way of creating a more open, accepting, and expansive reality for ourselves and others. It is important to recognize that letting go is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. Life is constantly changing, and with each change comes new opportunities to release what is no longer relevant or necessary. This practice requires mindfulness and self-awareness, a willingness to examine our lives and ask, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? By asking this question regularly, we can ensure that we are continually aligning ourselves with what truly matters, staying open to growth and transformation. Letting go is not a loss, it is a gift. It is the act of freeing ourselves from the chains of the past, the expectations of the future, and the limitations we place upon ourselves. It is a declaration of our willingness to grow, to evolve, and to step into the unknown with open hearts and open minds. In letting go, we discover not only what we are capable of becoming, but also the immense beauty and potential of life itself. Purpose is the compass that guides us through the complexities of life. It is the invisible thread that weaves meaning into our existence, giving direction and focus to our actions. Without a sense of purpose, we can feel adrift, caught in a cycle of aimless activity that leaves us unfulfilled. But when we connect with our purpose, life takes on a profound sense of clarity and significance. It becomes not just a series of moments to be endured, but a journey to be embraced with passion and intention. Discovering purpose is not about finding a single, fixed answer to the question of why we are here. Purpose is not a destination, but a process, a continual unfolding of our deepest values and aspirations. It begins with a willingness to look inward, to ask ourselves what truly matters, and to listen to the quiet voice of our inner wisdom. This process requires honesty and courage, as it often involves letting go of external expectations and societal pressures to uncover the truths that resonate most deeply within us. Purpose is not something that exists outside of us, waiting to be found. It is something we create through our choices and actions. It is born from the intersection of our passions, our talents, and the needs of the world around us. When we align these elements, we find a sense of flow and fulfillment that goes beyond mere achievement. This alignment is not about grand gestures or extraordinary accomplishments. It is about living in a way that feels authentic and meaningful, no matter how big or small our contributions may seem. One of the most transformative aspects of purpose is the way it shifts our perspective. When we are guided by purpose, challenges and setbacks are no longer seen as obstacles to be avoided, but as opportunities to grow and learn. Purpose provides a sense of resilience, a reminder that every experience, no matter how difficult, can be a stepping stone on the path to greater understanding and fulfillment. It allows us to see the bigger picture, to view life's twists and turns not as random events, but as part of a larger, meaningful journey. Purpose also connects us to something greater than ourselves. It reminds us that we are part of a larger whole, a vast and interconnected web of life. This sense of connection inspires us to act not only for our own benefit, but for the benefit of others and the world around us. Purpose becomes a source of motivation, a driving force that compels us to contribute, to serve, and to leave a positive impact. In this way, purpose transforms our lives from self-centered pursuits into meaningful contributions to the greater good. Living with purpose does not mean that every moment will be filled with certainty or joy. There will be times of doubt, confusion, and struggle. But even in these moments, purpose provides a sense of grounding. It is the anchor that keeps us steady when the waters of life become turbulent. It reminds us of why we began and encourages us to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. This perseverance is not born from obligation, but from a deep-seated belief in the value of what we are working toward. Purpose evolves as we do. What feels meaningful at one stage of life may shift as we grow and change. This is not a sign of failure or inconsistency, but of growth. Our purpose is a reflection of who we are, and as we expand our understanding of ourselves and the world, our sense of purpose naturally deepens and transforms. Embracing this evolution allows us to stay aligned with what truly matters, even as our circumstances and priorities change. Purpose is not something that can be measured or compared. It is unique to each of us, shaped by our individual experiences, passions, and perspectives. It is not about living up to a predefined standard or achieving specific goals. It is about living in a way that feels true to who we are. When we live with purpose, we infuse our lives with meaning and vitality, creating a sense of fulfillment that cannot be found through external accomplishments alone. It is this sense of alignment and authenticity that allows us to live fully, deeply, and with intention. So I ask you, will 2025 be another year that slips through your fingers, or will it be the year you step into your power? The choice is yours, and it's not a choice you make once, it's a choice you make every single day. Rise, not because the world expects it of you, but because your soul demands it. This is your time. This is our time. 2025 will be our prime. Let's walk into it together, not as spectators, but as creators, as dreamers, as those who dare to see what lies beyond the horizon.